But yeah, but see, it takes place because summer vacation's almost over, and but they want to do like this summer project, or I think that was their assignment before they go back to school, and they only have like 7 days until school starts. So they go like the project they were going to do is like the mysteries of Twilight Town, the 7 wonders.
That's it, 7 wonders.
And you would go for like all this stuff, and you'd find out like most of those 7 wonders were like baloney or something.
There's one thing about the steps which I think is semi-true with the game, because I've tried that before. I've actually counted up the stairs. It actually, I think it changes. But
yeah, I've done that
sure.
too. Like I would get confused. I was like, wait, did I count one more number going back up the steps than I did going down? Or this is confusing.
Exactly. So I think that one is actually the game actually made it true to a point, to where you actually wonder, is this really true or not? Is the game actually doing this?
Because like I'm holding the controller, and of course you gotta go really slow because you don't want to like run and miss some steps.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going like really slow, and I'm counting, and then I'm like, okay, and so then I go back up the steps, and I'm like, did I just count 1 or 2 more? What's going on?
It trolls you. It like completely trolls you. So wow.
But anyways, eventually, like you'll get like this guy known as Axel, like the guy from Chain of Memories, and he's like trying, to tell Roxas, you're my friend, but like Roxas is like, who the hell are you?
And he keeps saying, come back to the organization.
Yeah, and like everything, especially like if Kingdom Hearts 2 is your first game and you have like no idea what's going on.
Oh yeah, that really just it's a clusterfuck. It's a complete clusterfuck.
And then
you start off with that game.
You have this guy known as Diz, who rhymes with jizz, and so, and he's like, there's a part where I think like Axel and Diz are like in the same area, and they're like, Roxas, and he's like, for some reason I'm gonna scream out my friends,
Pence,
Pence, whatever, blah blah.
And then all of a sudden, yay, Roxas wins. Woo.
Yeah, and then you'll get to like areas where when you get to the mansion or whatever, and you'll discover like, oh hey, there's a secret passageway. And like you find like where Diz plays his 13 games of World of Warcraft on.
And then you decide his game is too better than mine. And he smashes up the entire computer, every screen.
Exactly. And then you get to the point where you find the room that Sora's sleeping in. And then, of course, during
after you fight Axel, which is one of the best battles in the world, because this time, Roxas pulls out 2 keyblades.
I remember that when you fight Axel, because the room is, flames, and when he pulls out both of them, I use this sometimes at work when I have like 2 shovels, and like Axel will be like, 2? And I'm like, yes, 2.
It was like the most badass moment ever. He was just like, I'm so flattered, and he just pulls out 2, and it's like 2.
I know, like I sometimes like will go back just to like make a save file before that Axel fight, and then like every so often I'll go just to fight Axel because it was so badass.
It is so badass. I mean, he's so amazing. He's just like goes all out in that battle. He just like pulls out his what are they called? Chimicratas?
I guess the flame blades of doom.
They're like, they're blades of doom mixed with fire. He just goes, I'm so flattered! And it's like, so amazing. He is just like, he's a badass character. He's like, there's no stopping him. He's awesome. And so, oh my god. So you're like, you pull out these 2 keyblades, you fight them, reaction commands, then you find Sora. And then he goes, well, I guess my summer vacation is over. And then you get to see the logo for Kingdom Hearts 2. Which
Exactly. It's like, oh, fuck.
It signifies the beginning of the game. You finally passed through the tutorial. Congratulations.
Yeah, and of course, during his sleep, we remember everything from Kingdom Hearts 1, and, like, Chain of Memories seemed to be just a waste of time.
But then, they look in the journal and they see...
It's like, oh, let's check our journal. And the thing says, bank nominate. Oh, who the hell is that?
And they never visit that idea again for the rest of the game.
So, now, anyways, we're now in Twilight Town, but this is where it gets a little weird. Like, we meet up with Roxas's friends, but, they don't mention anything about Roxas.
And actually, while Roxas, during the tutorial, everyone seems to start to forget about him. Like, as though he's disappearing. And as though he never existed.
But it seems like, Sora, he's just one hell of a guy. Let's make him our new friend.
We only see him twice a year.
Exactly. And, so, we make our way, we're going to get out of this Twilight Town. We've been here for, like, way too long now. And so we're heading towards, like, the train station. And, of course, what attacks us? Heartless or Nobodies?
Nobodies.
Yeah, that's right. Nobodies. And, of course, that's the new enemy in the game.
And and after, like, 10 Nobodies you destroy, you go to a cutscene where, where Sora, falls down. He's like, there's just too many of them. I'm too tired.
I've been asleep for too long.
I'm gonna go back to sleep for a year. Good night, guys.
And then, guess who, like, just jumps out of nowhere?
Rolling kick, Mickey Mouse.
Oh, Mickey, yeah. Nice for you to finally come out of the darkness.
That stripper.
And so he gives you money, and he's like, here, take it. Board the choo-choo train.
You go in, you pull out your money bag, it's like, then Olette goes, hey, wait a minute. I have that exact same one. It's like, oh, cool. Then they turn away and they pay for the cash and leave.
Exactly. And so we get on the magical Disney dope train.
Oh, and Sora cries like a pussy.
Oh, yeah, it does. It's like, dude, are you okay? He's like, oh, yeah, I'm fine. Don't know why that happened.
You're a pussy, that's why.
So, like, we're on the dope train, and then we go, like, magically through space, and then we make our way to, like, this random island that has a crooked tower, and
when you go up there, who do we find? I'm waiting for you to say it.
Magic Johnson. No, we find Yid-Sid.
Captain Asper.
Oh, yeah, that's on the bottom of the floor, or the tower. Mm-hmm. Pete.
And he's actually Pete, but we call him Captain Asper because
he has a freaking zipper that goes from his crotch all the way back down up his ass.
I know, exactly. It's his way for him to go when he needs to.
And the head of that zipper is, like, massive.
I know, it's like, can that be any more noticeable?
But, like, anyways, Pete, like, he's a bad guy and all. And so he summons, like, Heartless, but, like, weak Heartless. Something that only takes a little while. I mean,
Shadows
really quick to kill or whatever.
Yeah.
But then, like, Pete's like, oh, I'm out of here. And so then you go up the tower, and then you meet Yid-Sid or whatever. And Yid-Sid is Mickey's teacher.
He's like the ultimate trolling of kings or something. He's supposed to be like amazing of the amazing.
Because apparently Yid-Sid was a Keyblade master at one point.
I'm not sure his storyline, but I think he's like some sort of instructor of the Keyblade Order.
Right, because he's the one who got, because Mickey Mouse is apparently a Keyblade master.
Wielder person.
Yeah. So, anyways, like, Yid-Sid, he informs Sora, Donald, and Goofy about what they're going to encounter. Like, of course, we know about Heartless, and then he explains the Nobodies, and then he meets, it was like, now here's the organization. This is like your real threat for this, and then blah blah blah. And then you know what, Sora, you've gone like tall, so your pants are too short and too flashy for this game. So we need you to meet with my fairy hose back there in the back room, and they'll give you like a more badass outfit.
Which they do, and it's actually pretty good looking. It has. They go in, they're bickering, they do, make it blue, make it green, make it red, make it blue, make it great, make it red. And he goes, wow, why don't someone actually change my outfit?
It's like, okay, bitches, let's all calm down. At the count of 3. 3. And then he gets like this badass black outfit.
With a hoodie, because he never puts on the hood. It's so stupid.
I know.
But yeah, it's enforced with magical and mystical abilities, because they shoot like this orb ball at him, like Dragon Ball Z, except it doesn't explode when it comes to him. And it goes inside him, and then explosion of light! Red outfit with 2 keyblades. Which is pretty badass, to be quite honest. It's, what is it? Shooting Star and the original Keyblade?
I think so.
Yeah. And so you get this new idea of forms, which we like to call Red Ranger, Blue Ranger, Silver Ranger, Gold Ranger, which are...
Yeah, and these are like badass, especially like with the red one.
Yeah, Valor form is
Valor form.
Official form.
We now have the ability to use 2 keyblades.
And they can do like some sort of what was it? Like this like huge wave of attack if you slam it on the ground, or you shoot it, or you do a right combo in the air. It's like this ultimate slash attack that really trolls Heartless.
I like abuse that form so much.
Everyone abuses Valor form. Like everyone. I've always used it. That's like my highest form level.
Right. Like Wisdom was okay because it was more magic based.
Yeah, it was okay to a point. I think at one save, I actually tried to use every single one when I got it. You would get, what was the next one? Master Form?
Yeah, Master Form.
And you're like, but it was okay, but it was like more long range attacks.
Yeah, and then we had like what, Final Form?
Yeah, Final Form, which you didn't really get a chance to use a lot because you got them like literally at the end of the game, right before you went to the final boss. And you didn't really went somewhere to use it, you just kept going, which you could have used it, it's just you never really got the chance to, which kind of sucks.
But, like, anyways, so now Yid like, finds her gummy ship out of the trash, and so we aboard the gummy ship, and we make our way to Hollow Bastion, and just to discover that Hollow Bastion has a brand new look to it.
It's more than just the castle, apparently.
Yeah, you get to explore the town below from the castle or whatever.
The geography for that place still confuses me. I don't know if the castle is like out there or like above or to the side.
Yeah, same here. Like,
because they changed its position, I think, a couple of times, and I'm not even sure where it is anymore. Because where's the waterfall that was there before? Where is it? It's just, I didn't even see a town when I was looking out the windows of Hollow Bastion. Actually, I never really looked, to be quite honest. But
of course, we meet up with our old friends Leon and Sid and Yuffie and Aerith and Merlin.
It is Time Force belt.
Yeah, and we discovered, they've left Traverse Town, and we now live in Hollow Bastion because apparently they've lived in Hollow Bastion before.